Hi, Jill. Celeste. Notice that you talked about in your blog this week about the important theory, digital citizenship and responsibility, access to all or by all to current and emerging technology, and adequate training. And you also talked about uh, President Barack Obama coming up with the Connected, and that his goal is in 5 years that 99% of students will have broadband access. All of these are interesting points to me. First of all, I believe that digital citizenship is inevitable, especially when we look at a generation, in our students' generation of digital technology, regardless of what form, not just in distance education, but just being able to use something technological. Also, the access by all to current emerging technology. This is great. I think it's a wonderful in theory, but I question how we're going to do that, especially with this connected and broadband. There is no way that we could reach 99% of students. Maybe perhaps in large cities where broadband's not an issue. I know the FCC has mandated that rural companies provide broadband. However, what they don't tell you is that broadband only has to be for megabits per second, which means that while they may have connectivity, it will be very slow for today's technology. Adequate training. Who's going to do that? How do we get that done? I know in our school, I pretty much provide all the training. If I don't provide it, they don't get it. Um, so this is something that really needs to begin with the teacher and the admin staff and carried on to the students. Um, I got a question. What do you think will happen in the private sector, meaning private schools? Our public schools receive federal funding, so the president can provide means for that to get there. However, private schools may or may, especially in rural areas, may or may not be able to accomplish these goals. Are they going to be penalized, or are they going to be able to receive some funding? Are we going to see vouchers in place? What's your take on this? Hope you have a great week. Bye bye.